Welcome to Adorable Woman, a place where we tackle topics that touch the spirit, the mind, and the body. Today is one of those special editions, not because the topic we have is something that is out of this world particularly, but because I am joined by a very inspiring young lady who has worn many hats in her life. She's a teacher by profession and has written a book entitled Reshape Your Life's Path, Becoming a Better Version of Yourself, available in book world throughout the country. I'd like you to make welcome Miss Precious Marley. Welcome to the program.
Thank you so much, madam. I am so honored to be part of this adorable woman.
Thank you so much for coming. And like I said, it's a very special edition for me particularly because I've seen what it looks like for a woman to make use of her potential in you. And I'd like to take you back to the time when you were teaching at Christ Life School. What were those days like as a teacher at Christ Life School?
Okay, so being at Christ Life for me, it wasn't just about teaching. It was more than teaching. It was a learning stage full of growth. And I think when I look back, I would say there's a purpose for everything, and God placed me to be upon this place for a reason. There are a lot of lessons that I learned that from the time I was here, and the first lesson was each and every time when you're given a task, you have to use that task with excellence. And aside from that, I think teaching here also showed me that touching one's life will bring impact in the lives of young hearts.
Wow. That's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing, beautiful sentiment that you've shared. When you were a teacher, did you ever feel that there was more in you, more for you to give or more for you to share through your life?
Yes, many times. So while I was teaching, I could hear voices deep inside my heart telling me that there's more, there's bigger than what you are at right now. Mm-hmm. There was a voice telling me that there's something ahead of you, precious. Mm-hmm. There's more that God has for you. And that also encouraged me to go further.
Mm-hmm. So when you look at yourself, at which stage in your life did you really discover what your gift is and what your talent is besides teaching?
I think I discovered my skills, I think just after when I completed my grade 12. Mm-hmm. I think at that point, I had nothing to do. So I would sit and just think through, what can I do? What do I love? What is it that I can offer to the world? So I think it was in those moments when I discovered more gifts and talent. Mm-hmm. Yes. And I think one of the things that I loved was writing.
Wow. Wow. So would you say that is something that naturally came to you, or you were inspired by someone? Was there someone that you knew at that point in your life who maybe provoked you to say, I can also write?
I think I would say it's both. Mm-hmm. I think it came naturally in a way that when I was young, I used to write, just writing my thought. When I'm upset, I would write my thoughts. When I'm happy, I would write my thoughts. Whatever happens, I would write. So I think through that same writing, I discovered that this is what I love. Mm-hmm. And then I also got inspired from different writers, because I used to read books. I used to read a lot of storybooks. So I would say one day I want also to write something. I want my story to be out there, mm-hmm. to touch someone. Mm-hmm. Yes. So I would say it was both naturally and inspired by some people.
Yes. And I guess the story wouldn't be complete if I didn't ask who inspired you to be a teacher, because you could have been anything. You could have been a pilot, a doctor, a lawyer, one of those standard careers that our parents sometimes pressure us into going into. Why did you choose teaching?
Teaching, I think the reason why I choose this career, I think it's because of my dad. Right. I think my dad never went to school.
Right.
Like, he never went to school. So he would say, I want my children to get educated. And then from whatever he was saying, I got inspired and say, one day I want to be a teacher so that I can teach someone. Yes, I think I got inspired from my dad.
Wow.
Yes.
That's very, very inspiring. And you know why? Because for some, they use their limitations or their family background as an excuse. Because you might think, by virtue of the fact that for reasons that we may not fully understand, your dad didn't get that opportunity. You might have used that and said, well, since my dad didn't go to school, it's not that important. But it's a beautiful thing that you used what he didn't have as fuel to push you forward. So I'd like to ask you something. Where did you find the time to balance going to school, teaching, and writing? How did you manage to find the time?
Okay, thank you so much. So in terms of writing, I think I didn't have specific time to write because there are times when I am teaching and then I would come up with ideas in my head, or maybe I'm doing something, I would come up with ideas in my head. So I would jot down those ideas and then at my free time, and then I will gather those ideas together and then I'll write.
Right.
Yes.
Wow.
So I used to write at my free time, but coming up with ideas, I'll just jot them random.
They would come to you at different times in the day.
Times, yes.
Wow. And you know, another thing that I've come to realize is in our culture generally, we are unfortunately among the countries that is listed as having a low literacy rate, meaning our capability to read and to write is not where it's supposed to be. What is your comment about that? Like, how can people empower themselves, even if that is the general label that is put on us?
So concerning literacy levels, I think I agree with you. Literacy levels are very low. But I think one thing that I've discovered is that people don't read. So if people can have more interest in reading, I think even the literacy level will go up. Yes, so I think I would encourage everyone to read more. Yes.
So then it's not, since it's not in our general culture, like to read and be interested in writing, how did you protect your dream from, let's say, negative comments? Did you share the idea that you wanted to write a book with others, or did you keep it to yourself?
So for me, I think I just had to stood firm. Because I remember when I shared ideas to other people, a lot of people, I think, discouraged me. Were like, no, you can't write a book. What do you want to write about? Are you going through a lot? What is it that you want to share to the world? So at some point, I just had to remind myself that, okay, this is what I want. I had to go back to my vision.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. And when did you shape your vision? Because this book talks about reshaping your life's path. When did you shape your vision, and when did you know this is what I really want to do?
So I think that was last year, because I had already started writing the book, but it was on pause because I wasn't serious, so to say. So I think beginning of last year, I sat myself down because I love to reflect about my life. So I was like, okay, Precious, is this what you want, or you just want to forget about this dream or this vision of writing? So at that point, I told myself, this is what I want and I have to chase it. And then I think it was that moment when I realized that this is the vision and I have to go for it. Yes. Wow.
That says a lot, eh? So I'm picking that obviously there are stages to chasing your dream. What's the first thing that a person needs to do?
Get started.
Get started.
Yes.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Would you say that the challenges that women face in terms of bringing their dreams to life is different from men? Because you can say a woman's got a lot of responsibilities on her shoulders, and to try and find some time within your day, within maybe a busy career, to express your gift. What would your comment be about that?
I think I would say, if you know what you want, despite the challenges, despite the busy time, I think you would still find time to chase that thing that you want. So I think I wouldn't agree because I've seen women who are doing far much better than men. So I think it's what you want in life.
As an individual.
Yes.
Wow. That's a wonderful tip for the adorable women out there. Now, let's talk about your book. Why reshape your life's path? What is it? Is it coming from a personal experience, a personal story? Can you tell us a bit about how the book came to be?
So this title came about through my life experiences. I had gone through a phase where I was stuck. I didn't know what to do, and I had to ask God to just give me direction. So that's where the title is coming from. Reshape your life's path and become a better version of yourself. Yes, so it's coming from my experience, and I just realized that many people, their dreams get shattered at some point. Yes, so I think this book is a hope to those who feel like I can't go on, I can't do it, so this is a beacon of hope. Yes, it gives hope.
And did your family know that you had a writer in you? And what did they say? Did they believe in you, or did they doubt you? Were they among the encouragers or the ones who were saying, this is too big a dream for you?
So I think for my family, at first, I think they didn't know that I'm a writer because they just thought I'm just kind of a person who just love expressing myself just through writing. Because I remember there's a time when I was so mad at my dad, like I was very upset, and I just couldn't tell him off that I'm upset. I just had to write a note and just give him, So I think my family, I think at first didn't know about this dream, but as time goes by, I started sharing my dreams. I told them that I want to write a book and I want my story to be to inspire someone out there. So as time goes by, yes, they supported me. I think I had full support from my family, especially mom and dad. They truly supported me.
Wow.
Yes.
And are there any other writers in your family, just as a matter of interest?
No.
You're the first one.
First one.
Wow. So you're a trailblazer.
Indeed.
Wow. So you've gone through different seasons. Obviously, there was a season when you were picking a career. You were inspired by your father to choose that particular line of life. And you've now discovered that there's a gift of writing in you, which you are expressing fully. How can you define what an adorable woman is in terms of talent, in terms of gifting, in terms of work? What is your definition, your personal definition of an adorable woman?
So an adorable woman, I would say, okay, let me just explain something. So earlier for me, as an adorable woman, it means someone's approval. Someone has to approve whatever I'm doing. Someone has to like whatever I'm doing. There are just some certain things that I need to achieve. But I think being an adorable woman is far more than all these. It's being confident with yourself.
Right.
Yes. It's being confident and be able to inspire yourself.
Wow.
Yes.
So would you say there are enough, perhaps, groups or networks that can encourage the gifting in women? Because obviously it's not particularly writing, it's not something you can do on your own. What does it look like? Like, what are the steps? Do you just write and then start looking for where to publish? What does it look like?
So yes, there are groups that helps writers. Yes, so for me, I was helped by the Career Authorship and Career Network when I approached them about my writing. So there were stages that I was supposed to follow, like editing. They would get back to me and say, you have to do this, you have to change this. So it's like a process, it's a stage. Yes.
And how did it feel like when they maybe perhaps criticize your work? How did you respond?
Actually, I think at some point it was just on mute, this book, because I remember I had received I don't know if it's criticism or I don't know. Like, I just felt bad. Okay, they told me honest truth about what I had written. But for me, I think I got offended and say, I think they've criticized me so much, too much. Yes. So at some point, I almost gave up. But this is something that I love, so I had to go back to it. Yes. So I think it is those same criticism that made this book to be out.
It is today.
Yes.
I'd like to read something that caught my eye, and I'd like your comment on it. So it's in chapter 3, and the title is Align Your Goals with Dreams. So the line that stood out for me is, it's highly unlikely that you will become the best version of yourself in the blink of an eye. So it is important to set wise goals in order to stay on track. That's very profound. So when you say it's unlikely to become the best version of yourself in the blink of an eye, what thoughts were going through your mind?
So I think for me, when I was writing this book, I didn't imagine like it will go like everyone, like most of the people will read my story. I think my target was, if one person can just read this book and get inspired, I think for me it was okay. But seeing how this book is now, or where it is now, I think for me it's something that I think matched with that statement.
And I think the way I'm also understanding it is that it takes time. Sometimes we're living in a world where you want results today. You want everything to change today, and you're not ready to put in the work. Realistically speaking, when you look at the moment you knew you wanted to write a book and the moment you are holding it in your hands, how long did that take?
So I wrote that book in less than a year, but for it to get published, because at some point I almost gave up. So yeah. So I think it took, I would say, 1 year for it to be complete.
Yes. So from the moment of writing down and going through the editing,
publishing it. Yes, I think I would say 1 year.
Wow. Wow, that's not a small period of time. And there's a tendency for women particularly to hide away their gifts. It may not necessarily look like writing only, but other talents that they may have. What would you say keeps them hiding those talents?
I think for me, I would say not knowing their identity. I think it keeps them away from coming out. So I think I would say, first, you need to identify yourself, like know yourself. What do you love? What do you want to do in this world? Many a times, I think I notice a lot of us people, we like comparing our lives with others, which is not right. Yes, we can get inspired from what others are doing, but what is it that you want to do in this life? So I think I would say identify yourself.
Identify yourself and work on that, isn't it?
Yes.
Wow. That's truly profound. And at the end of the day, when you talk about keeping track of what you want to do, there has to be maybe a vision that you've written down. Does it change? Does it become different, or does it remain the same?
I think it depends. But for me, I think one kind of a person, when I want to do something, no matter what distraction may come on my way, I would still focus on that vision that I had written, because that's what I want. So yeah, quite right. It might change as time goes by, but I think it's very important to stick to that vision first.
Wow. And this world would have been robbed of the gift of this book if you hadn't stepped up and actually chased after your dream and made it come to life. And there's sometimes a feeling that teaching is not a very respected profession. What has kept you going in spite of maybe teaching not being one of those careers that parents even encourage their children?
I think for me, what has kept me going is passion. I love what I'm doing. So whatever criticism may come on my way, whatever people will say about teaching, I think it doesn't bother me because I love what I'm doing.
Right.
Yes.
Wow. So if a young woman was looking at a career line, you would still encourage them to teach?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. There's just that fulfillment that I have felt myself through teaching.
And so, is there another book somewhere in you, or it's just one book that you are desiring to write in your lifetime?
Many books are coming.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you already in the process of writing them?
Yes.
Or have you? I guess we can't preempt what you're going to write about, but why keep writing?
So, why I keep writing? I just don't want to end like here. Like this inspiration doesn't have to end here. I want to keep inspiring more and more people out there who feel like they just can't achieve their dreams. So for me, I think I want to give hope to many people as possible as I can.
Wow. And I'm curious, have you ever been mentored by someone? And if so, how did you know that this is the person you wanted to mentor you? What did it look like?
So for me, yes, I have been mentored by someone. Yes. And I think personally, if I was given someone to mentor, I think I would be more willing, yes, to help out, because I know how it feels when you have someone out there who is like pushing you to your dreams, to your goals. Yes.
So would you say that then that mentoring is a key part of realizing your dreams and your visions? Is it something that's important?
Yes, it is a key part. Yes, very much. You need someone just to just remind you. Yes.
So if you were to become a mentor, what would your mentoring program look like? Or what would you focus on? Would you focus on personal development, or would you focus on writing? What would it look like?
I think for me to be on personal development.
Okay.
Yes.
Is there a reason why?
Yes.
Okay.
So as we grow, we need change.
Right.
Yes. So I think I'll take in those areas so that I see change in people. Yes.
And what's the hardest truth you had to face in your mentorship process? Like, what was the one thing perhaps your mentor told you that you are not willing to hear?
He told me, Precious, if you want to achieve your dream, be consistent. Because I think I'm one kind of a person who was lacking consistency in whatever I was doing. Like I would start in, so he just had to air it out to me.
So how does a person develop then the discipline of being consistent? Because it's not easy. You have your work, you have your family, you've got your social life. How do you remain consistent?
I think it's all about sacrifice. If you want to do something and you love that thing that you want to do, definitely you will sacrifice your time and just be committed to that thing. Yeah.
Wow. So you have to make the necessary effort to make this dream come to pass, isn't it?
Sure.
Wow. So when you look back, could you have written the book sooner, or do you feel that when you wrote it was the correct time?
I think when I wrote it was the correct time.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. Now that's a good one. I'd like to find another quote in here that caught my eye. It's in chapter 6, and it talks about being courageous. No matter where you are at work or home, or even among strangers, you should never be pressured into doing something against your will. I'd like to believe that speaks about knowing who you are and defending your dream. Was there ever any time when you were perhaps pushed to lose your identity?
Not really. I think I was just discouraged with this writing. Like each time I share my dream of writing, like people would discourage me. You can't manage to write a book. You can't manage to write a book. So I think that also disturbed my mind. So I had to just gain that courage and say, this is what I want and I'm going to do it no matter what. So in your opinion, why do you think people were discouraging you? Is it a reflection of you, or maybe their own insecurities and what they've experienced in the past? I think so far what I have observed is there are a few people who have written books. So people thought, I can't manage. I can't manage. There's this perspective that there's just certain people, maybe professors, who can just manage to write the book. But I had to prove and say, I can do it and I'll manage.
Wow. So you in essence, you're saying there is a gift in each and every one of us that we can use to share to the world, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. I'd like to find another special quote in here. Another special quote, because it's a very, very, very deep book, I must say, very thought-provoking. And sometimes I think the excuse that I've heard of some individuals that I've come across is, I'm too young to write a book. Do you believe that's a true excuse to use?
No, for me, no.
Okay. So even if you're a young person, you still have something to share?
Yes.
Okay.
Every person has a gift. Even as, I think I discovered my gift as when I was very young. Yeah. Very young. So whether you're young, you're old, each and everyone has a gift
that they can share.
It's
got nothing to do with age. Wow. So I'd like to quote from chapter 8, acknowledge that misfortunes are part of life. So taking risks can have great rewards, and it is important to balance caution with a desire to grow and explore. So, sometimes when we are growing and you are like trying to develop your skills, your talents, and just find your place in the world, how do you know that I'm not doing too much or I'm biting off more cake than I can imagine? Because what you've just said a few minutes ago is that very few people have written. And sometimes we want to follow a path that's familiar. So how do you push yourself beyond the limitations that you see on a day-to-day basis?
So I think I would say having a vision is very important. Like as an individual, you just have to have a vision. When you have a vision, no matter what may come on your way, you still look back to that vision and it will push you forward. Yes.
So your vision keeps you going?
Yes, it keeps me going.
What's the danger of not having a clear vision, of not writing it down so you can refer to it often?
I think the danger is you won't be able to achieve anything. Yeah, because it's like you don't know what you want. Yes.
Wow. So is vision just important in terms of your gifting, or it's important in every area of your life? Because you can talk about, I have a certain achievement I want to make sure is done within my lifetime, but it's not balanced out properly, or it's not clearly written out. So what would you say about that?
I think I would say having a vision is very important. Whether young or old, I think just having a vision is very important. I think there's also a scripture which talks about having a vision in the Bible. Yeah. So I would advise everyone to just have a vision of themselves.
So something that they're working towards. Okay. Yes. And what happens perhaps if along the way you miss a step, or your feeling of discouragement is too strong? How do you get back on track?
I think for me, what helped me to get back on track was prayer. Okay. Like there are moments when I would feel discouraged. Yeah, but I think prayer helped me. I would pray and just ask God for direction, and He came through for me.
Wow. Yeah. So prayer is the key. The master key, as we would sing when we were much younger.
Yes.
Wow. So in terms of your future plans, 5 years from now, where do you see yourself?
5 years from now, I see a lot of books written by me. I think I want to focus more on writing.
Okay.
Yes.
So would that suggest you leave your profession, or you keep in it?
I'll keep in it.
Okay.
Yes.
And strike a balance with writing.
Yes.
Okay, so will it be a follow-up of this particular book, or a topic not related? What would you say?
I think my next book will be something different.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow. But related to personal growth, but aside from this one, because I think this one, it touched a lot of your
personal story.
Yes, personal stories, what I went through. Yes.
Wow. Because it talks about, if you're curious to know what the book is about without giving away the whole story, if passing through various challenges that make them believe that nothing good will come out of life for them. So just from that statement alone, was there any period in your life where that was true of you?
Yeah. I think I had gone through something, I would say painful, because it's something that I wanted. Yeah, so it was in those moments when I realized I needed to step out of my comfort zone and just trust in God and hoping something will work out.
Wow. It's been a wonderful time talking to you about not only the book in itself, but the importance of defending and chasing after your dream and your vision. So as we are closing up Adorable Woman for today, are there any special words that you would like to say to someone out there who has listened to what you've had to say and perhaps is doubting the importance of a vision, doubting the importance of them bringing their dream to life?
Okay, so what I would love to say is get started. That's the first thing that you need to do. You have a dream, you have this thing in your heart that you want to do. Just get started. Whether you have support from anyone, just get started. And the other thing is be clear with your vision, what you want. Not today you start this, the other day you do the other thing. Just be clear with your vision, and above all, trust in the Lord.
Wow. I wouldn't have put it any better myself. So there you are, wonderful, wonderful, adorable women out there. We have been talking about reshaping your life's path, making a better version of yourself. The sky is not even the limit. You have gifts and talents that will take you places, that will bless other people, that will enrich your life. And so until next time, this has been Adorable Woman with me, Jacqueline Mankanda. We wish you all the best. Until next time.